ladies and gentlemen, let us officially welcome you to Bumping Chops.
We bring the heart to the heartland, where the souls collide, dreams expand, not arms are set high. We're bumping chops and running roads in the world of pro wrestling, where the weak will show. From the top road to the depths below, the warriors in the ring with nowhere to go. Blood, sweat, and tears, it's a battle of the wills. We bring the heart to the heartland, heart to the heartland. Turn the volume up, they can hear from hell. Everyone's ready, so let's ring the bell. Ding, 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 let's start the clock. HBW, yeah, we're bumping chops.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Billy Simmons, and if you're watching, you probably know that. And if not, let me give you a little bit of information about me. I am the co-owner of Heartland Championship Wrestling. I am a longtime wrestler, and I love this business. And this is my friend Bobby Casey. And Bobby, give him a little bit of information about yourself.
I really didn't think this part of it through because, I was kind of like, maybe you should introduce me. But, now I'm kind of like, I should have introduced you because now they're probably all like, who the hell is this guy? You love wrestling. I've watched wrestling for, obviously a while, but I know literally nothing about independent wrestling or really pro wrestling at all. So, but my name is Bobby Casey, and I like to joke that I'm a Walmart greeter. I'm in customer service. That's what I am. That's what I've been in. You've been in the same place I've been in for, I've been there a little bit longer than you were the total time, I think, and I've also just recently got into the wrestling circuit, I guess, with you, introducing for HCW. Can we justify this?
Did you say introducing?
Introductions and ring announcing.
Announcing.
Okay, check this out. This is where
announcing?
But no, I think we cut off by me saying August was the first show.
I think so.
It was Wichita's first show, so it would have been after your first Leavenworth show. That was when you introduced.
It was August then.
Okay, so August. That's how long I've been. That's really how long I've been in wrestling, I guess you could say.
So not quite a year?
No.
Hey, you want to change the name already?
To my jobs? My jobs?
No, to, what is your name? You're a ring announcer.
Oh, yeah, I'm a ring announcer.
Yeah,
In-ring. Is it called the in-ring announcer? Because when you asked me to do it, I Googled it. And I did not get anything.
Don't you know,
I know
UFC has...
Right. Yeah, Bruce Buffer.
What is he called?
He's a ring announcer, yes. But check this out, though. When you Google ring announcing, right, or just the word ring announcer, none of that comes up. Bruce Buffer's not even on there for a wrestling ring announcer. My bad. So when I Googled wrestling ring announcer, Bruce Buffer didn't come up. Mike Buffer didn't come up. Only one guy came up.
Who?
Who do you think it was? WWE. Well, F back then.
Really?
You don't think you know who it is?
Well,
Finkel?
It's easy, but there's multiples.
Right, but
Finkel's the legendary one.
Right, but I was only under the impression that, hey, I'm going to be doing what he did. That is not what you do here at all. So, but anyways.
You know who's a great one right now?
Who?
Samantha fucking Gordon.
Yeah, and she was also on American Idol. Did you know that? I think it was American Idol or America's Got Talent.
I didn't know
She was a singer first.
Well,
she's awesome. I love how
fantastic.
She's got very good chemistry with...
I hope they don't lose her because...
And she's been threatening, I think, to leave, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Or there's rumor.
Yeah, it's just rumors.
But anyway,
I hope.
But considering, how long you've been involved in the wrestling circuit, how long I've known you to be a fan of wrestling and show the love for it, what do you say you have the honor to kind of introduce everybody to what they're doing here?
See, I do. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us officially welcome you to Bumping Chops.
I wish I had the cube music already on here, but I don't. I'm a loser.
Fucking slacking.
I do.
Golly. Bumping Chops, ladies and gentlemen, the name of the podcast, the fantastic mind child of this man right here. And we have some very fun content going to come to you. We're going to talk about Heartland Championship Wrestling. We're going to talk about professional wrestling in general. We're going to talk a little bit about my long career and maybe get to know this guy just a little bit who wants to change the announcer name to an MC.
What's an MC, though? If you think about it, like, what do? They get the crowd ready, right?
Okay, but are you running the music?
No. But
who runs that music?
Check this out. Am I technically cueing the music by you saying their name? Yes. Hit that one more time.
You're so full of shit.
Oh, man. But anyway, I guess really, what about the name? I know that I came up with it, but why did you like the name? Like, I know, like, and I'm not trying to, like, take that from you. Like,
so there's a lot of cool things about the name in general. So bumping could be a lot of things. There's the bumps we take in the ring. There's the, mouth bumping. So again, there you lead into chops. Chops are one of my favorite things to do in the ring. Ask somebody that's worked me. It's not a good time. And so the bumps, which we do every day, and then the fact that I like chopping people, and the fact that it built together for bumping chops, meaning talking shit, I had to choose that one.
well, I'm glad you did. I mean, I had like a whole list of different ones, and actually some of them are kind of play into like the segments here. So like the format of the show is going to be segmented, of course. So it's just going to be conversation with segments. And then at some point we're going to have people come on here and we'll be able to introduce them and talk with them one-on-one. So that I think that'll be the best thing for me because I'll get to know like wrestlers more.
You sure you want to do that?
It depends. Like, are they going to be like cool wrestlers? Like, that's going to be the biggest thing.
Like
and I think that you have enough people in your little black book to be able to, hey, I'm going to have this guy on here. Would you agree?
I've got some people in my pocket that have been very influential, and to not only myself but to the world of professional wrestling that I would definitely need to reach out to. So that could be a cool thing.
Well, I think that'll be the funnest thing for me. I mean, you've gotten to know these guys. I've never gotten to meet them, but like, I don't feel like I've got that. I don't know. I'm too green, of course, to be able to say, "Hey, I know this guy." Like, I don't ever do that, just because I'm like, yeah, his name's Dave. I don't know.
His name's Dave. Listen, there's a lot of professional wrestlers that people will never know their real names. Well, I'm sure they'll eventually come out because you find out eventually, but even like most wrestlers introduce themselves as their gimmick. So a lot of people don't know what the real name is, and a lot of wrestlers like to keep it that way. And then some will just run with their regular name.
And we've always, over time, gotten to build that on to, like, the professional wrestling that we see on TV. Like, we've seen their real names come out at some point, and they're
Correct.
And that's usually when they've got like 15, 20 years under the belt, usually.
Yeah.
But
like people found out that Sting was Steve Borden. A lot of people knew Mark Calloway was the Undertaker. But like for me, before Undertaker came around, I loved Mean Mark Calloway when he did the Heart Punch. So I've been a Taker fan for a long fucking time.
Well, you've also been around longer than me to where I can't say that I could ever say that I know who that is. The Heart Punch?
Yeah, if every now and then I'll pull it out in the ring just because I think it's awesome. But I've been around a long time. I started training in '01. So, figure 2001, I started training under Private Terry Daniels. And then to today, that's a long time.
It's 30 years to the day, isn't it?
No, not 30.
Not 30.
It's 2001.
My bad. I keep thinking. My bad.
Good Lord. 01, 02, we started training in Amarillo.
Oh, you started. Okay. I was mixing that up with how long you've been like watching wrestling. Okay. Not
watching wrestling. I've been watching wrestling forever. I got into professional wrestling because of my dad. He was a huge wrestling fan, but he worked a lot. He worked in the oil field, so he was gone a lot. So my Uncle Willard lived with us, and he was a little slow, and my dad showed compassion and took care of him, helped him. He worked, he paid rent, but he was always there. And I would go watch wrestling with him, but I really loved it because when my dad was home, that's what we did together. And my dad died early at 49, but I can tell you that he got to watch me wrestle and do this business that I love. So I'm proud about that. But that's why I got into wrestling, because of that.
Wait, I know that we had an even longer conversation one-on-one on the Recess Ruckus about all that, too.
Yeah,
so,
for
like,
sure.
You go into a lot more depth, and I'm sure we're going to get into that at some point down the road with bumping chops for sure. But, like, not just with your love for wrestling, but, like, also kind of mashing in with our friendship, I think that this is going to be fun kind of with these segments, because, like, one of the segments is running ropes. Why don't you give them kind of the idea about what it is to run some ropes?
So running ropes takes precision, timing. You need to make sure you're in those little hitting the ropes back and forth, and you got them steps. Pa-pa, 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 pa-pa.
And for us, we're going to use that as the warm-up segment for the show. Each time we're going to just either talk about some random stuff or talk about other sports, take that time to kind of catch up about what happened the previous week or whatever, what happened in sports, outside of sports, with each other's family even.
For sure.
But that'll be the first segment, and then we'll move on to the Heartland Heartbeat. So I think that that's kind of one that can kind of probably mash well with you, and it sits well with you just because it kind of brings what you've brought to the table for all wrestling fans, which is Heartland Championship Wrestling. But it also is going to team well with the people who are watching this, because they're not only friends or fans of the show, they're also friends and family.
Correct.
So why don't you tell them about like what you hope for Heartland Heartbeat?
So Heartland Heartbeat's going to just be like more information about the company that I love so much, the company I wear proudly on my chest, the company that belt has on its faceplate, the company that me and my brother, along with a few others, have started from the ground freaking up. And it's not just been me and him. It's been a team. I have some of the best people around me to do what we love that makes this all worth it. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about matches. We're going to talk about what might be coming next. And maybe we'll have some of those superstars in that are doing all this action for you.
And outside of Heartland Heartbeat, that was actually one of my choices for like what I was wanting. Like the bumping chops was going to be more like for me to introduce, I guess, wrestlers that are in your game. Like that's what I was going to do with it. And that was my initial idea. I'm kind of glad we went this route with it, because when you get all and everything of both worlds. So like you can get the pro wrestling side of things and also the independent side of things.
For sure.
It is pro wrestling. So bumping chops is not just a segment. It's also going to give the fans and family of HCW an insight of you and everything about wrestling itself. So,
For sure.
So that's Heartland Heartbeat. And then our other segment, I don't even know if we really even came up with a segment for it, really. It was more just bumping chops. We're just going to sit here and clash around and just talk wrestling or talk anything in general.
Shoot the shit. That's what we're going to do. We're going to talk. We're going to have fun. By the way, I apologize if language offends you, but it's my podcast and I talk how I want.
The shows are family friendly, but this may not well be.
Well, I ain't going to say no stupid stuff, like really bad language, but like I do cuss like a sailor. So, if you want the genuine Billy Simmons, you're going to get the genuine Billy Simmons. So
now let's finally tell everybody like where they can watch us. So like you have been I guess, I hate the word sponsor because it makes everybody immediately go to money. Like immediately. And I hate that, but like, I mean, that's the word everybody knows. Mm-hmm. Oh, they're affiliated with you. Let's just say an affiliation.
Okay.
You have been affiliated with the Chubby Buddies podcast now since, I think it was before you even started Heartland. So it was when you were with the previous
correct
sponsorship or
promotion XWE.
XWE. Yeah. So I didn't know if like even promotion, or not just promotion, but sponsorship would even be a good word. But you've been with us since pretty much day one of HCW. But we too have done that by just sitting there talking about everything that's been coming up with shows. But you guys will be able to find this on the Chubby Buddy Studio YouTube channel, but you will be able to listen and also watch on their own Spotify, which you'll be able to check out there on Spotify, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, hopefully. We're in the mix of doing everything. We had to get this recorded before we can even get that set up. So this was, I guess, a lot of work in progress to even get this started. So.
It has been. Poor Bobby, listen. Guys, please do me a favor. Give this man all the credit because he's been working his ass off to get this into motion. And I am not the easiest person to tie down and get things lined up with. So, super busy. This man is a genius. This is all because he's helped.
I'll take credit where credit is deserved, but I wouldn't say genius is one of those. I just do. I try to be as flexible as I can, and then as long as I know, then I can be flexible. So as long as you can give me anything, but like with ending, you will be able to watch this, listen to this, and hopefully. The goal of this will be to release episodes once every 2 weeks. So you'll see an episode before a show, which we will kind of headline maybe matches that might come up.
Ooh, yeah.
And that will be in the Heartland Heartbeat segment, obviously. And then the episode before the show, or episodes after the show, will highlight what happened at that show, correct? And then we'll just kind of give them the rundown of what you hope for that to happen.
So what I would like is for us to give you the show that hits the week before. I'll give you a rundown of. I probably won't give you all the matches because I do give the Chubby Buddies podcast a match, and I'm super good friends with the I-70 Hot Tag, so they like to promote stuff for us too. So I'm not gonna give away everything, but I'm gonna give away some stuff. And then after, we're gonna pick a match or two, kind of look at it. I'm going to more or less try to find a couple of the banger matches I thought of was for the night and direct y'all to watching them.
On Patreon.
Oh, on Patreon.
And then at some point later down the road, sometimes they come out on YouTube, right?
No, they go, so here's the lineup, guys, so everyone knows. Our Patreon comes out first. Once it's on the Patreon for 3 months, it hits YouTube, and then everything goes on to YouTube from there. This podcast will go on to YouTube and to the Chubby Buddies, so all the stuff there. And then, I think that's...
Yeah, I mean, I think that the main goal is, like, you guys have a consistent schedule where you can at least expect an episode once every 2 weeks. Correct. And we'll see where we go from there. But, like, outside of that, what are your personal goals for this? Like, for this whole podcast to happen, like, what do you think the goals are or should be? Because, like, we're double teaming this, and really I'm kind of here to, like, I'm the guy that knows nothing about wrestling. You're the guy that knows everything about wrestling. So, like, this is, like, for everybody's perspective, like, somebody who doesn't know anything wrestling at all, I'm kind of their voice to be like, hey, well, what should I ask? Like, that's what I get from it, because I know nothing that you should. I probably know dumb things about wrestling that I probably shouldn't know, and that's kind of like
which is fantastic. So what that's gonna give for everybody is that outside look. I've been doing this a long time. You've been here for
I've been watching.
I think I've had more time on the toilet than you've had in the ring.
Yeah. Now, for sure.
But like that extra perspective from an outside gives the people that really don't know maybe an incentive to, hey, maybe I want to check this out. The goals are just to A, have fun, B, talk and enjoy conversations because I've known you since you were fucking little, and teach everybody about this fantastic business that I love and all aspects of it. I'm not the bitter old guy who's been around forever. I like the new stuff, the old stuff. Listen, I had an issue with comedy wrestling for a while. But the
comedy,
more...
Like, what's comedy? Like The Rock?
No.
No?
People wrestling blow-up dolls, people wrestling...
Gotcha.
The Invisible Man, people doing it and stuff. So I was super against that. But my eyes were opened because of the people that I'm surrounded myself with. And so I love it all. I watch what I can when I can. I'm a busy individual. I'm still a WWE fan. I think Roman Reigns' run was one of the best stories told in a long fucking time. And I don't mind if people hate me for that.
I mean, I'm not going to hate you because I don't know enough to have any opinion on it whatsoever. And I think that's the thing that people are going to... But I do have favorites, and I think everybody should. If you've ever watched wrestling, even as a kid, I think everybody grew up with favorites.
Right.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
Whether it be Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair
Still
or Macho
should.
Man. I don't think my favorite was anybody's favorite, though. Like, Mankind, to me, just has this thing in my heart that, and I have no idea what she's doing. Anyway. But, like, Mankind just holds a place in my heart just because he was a guy that nobody expected to be, like, good at anything. But he was one of the smartest guys, in my opinion, of course. One of the smartest guys I've ever seen in wrestling. Maybe she got OCD. She got to touch the doorknob 12 times.
12 times?
Well, she's got 10 more to go, so.
Oh, shit.
But I don't know how you feel or anybody else feels, but like Mick Foley in general, just his whole persona of how wrestling comes. 8 more. Oh, that's got to be Daniel.
Daniel and Jordan.
It's got to be Daniel.
Yeah.
Pussies.
Yeah. Such bitches.
If you're gonna come in here, come in here. Jesus.
We're running our whole podcast because you're
I thought my wife
the
has
door
developed
12 million
OCD.
times. I don't.
No, I'm good.
No, you're all right.
I had Mickey D's and I'm burning up like a sieve right now.
Yeah.
But anywho.
So, yeah. Those goofballs.
Why don't we like give them kind of a test run about like just talk about something that happened in wrestling, kind of like a bumping shop segment, like what to expect and kind of our conversation. Because I have a question for you. What happened with this whole like the Bray Wyatt, the group that came out for Bray Wyatt?
The
6-6.
Yeah. So basically, that is Bo Dallas, which is Bray Wyatt's brother. He is continuing Bray Wyatt's legacy, and the WWE has let him do that by building this group. And they made their debut at the end of Raw, and the internet went nuts, as they should. Bray Wyatt was a fantastic performer, taken away way too soon. I haven't got to watch the clip. Like, I've watched clips and stuff, but I haven't got to watch the whole episode yet, as I just got back from Colorado from seeing my daughter. So, but I've seen plenty of the clips and stuff to know that it's going to be fantastic.
So you're excited, just like everybody else.
Absolutely.
I just was like, because at first, when I first saw what was going on, it was like, have you ever seen the movie Strangers? Like with, it's got, Aerosmith's daughter in it, and she's like in a house with her boyfriend, and like these people are outside of the house, like stalking them and crap. Like that's the vibes I got. I was like, this is some shady shit.
Yeah. If you know anything about the like old Wyatt family or any of what Bray had built, like this just stays right in line, and I'm super excited where they go with it. I hope they continue it for a while. And they needed something after Roman, because as much as I love Cody, where's the story going?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen nothing but clips about that too. People ask questions, but like about the Wyatt thing, like, what's the controversy about? Is Wyatt the sixth man? Bray?
No.
Okay, because that was like the other questions that they had.
I think it will be Alexa Bliss. It'll be Alexa Bliss as Sister Abigail, which was who Bray Wyatt always said.
I know who Bray Wyatt is, but I know nothing about the 6'6".
Gotcha.
Like that was my first introduction, was me watching the clips of that. Like, well, I mean, I watched like the whole thing from start to end.
If you ever get an opportunity and you just kind of want to check out, just go watch some of Bray Wyatt's anything. Like, his mind was such a beautiful masterpiece of storytelling. So, and it brought character work back to WWE, in my opinion.
And whenever I saw him, like, I got like the band Korn vibes. Like whenever I saw him, like that's when I first saw him. But didn't he have like other moniker besides? It was like another nickname for himself. The Fiend. Okay, yeah. Like there was like a big thing with. There's a guy that I know that. He does actually beard oil. The EDC guy that makes the beard oils and stuff like that, he gave away a Funko Pop, is what they're called? Okay. Funko Pop of that for when he did the Beard Mania beard oil. So that was pretty cool. Was it signed? I don't know. But either way, I didn't win. But no, that's the type of conversation I think that Bumping Chops can expect is little things like that are either happening in the wrestling world or maybe like opinions and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to trivia at this guy because his brother may be smart, but he's dumb as rocks. I'm just going to be honest.
Whoa.
Would you agree, Daniel?
If you've wrestled as long as I have and had as many chair shots as I had, you might forget some shit too.
All right. Well, I'm just giving you shit, but other than that, why don't you kind of like let people know like where they can find you, where they can find HCW, like what else does it you personally, you also offer a schooling or a class for people who want to get into pro wrestling, is that right?
Yeah, so I also train professional wrestlers. The school's called the Bears Den. It's nothing fancy. It's in my barn, dirt floor, hot in the summer, cold in the winter. You're gonna learn like I learned. And we run classes for new people on Wednesdays. I'm fixing to start a class up. And so I think for the next month and a half, people have an opportunity to try to hit me up to get into that class. But then after that, it'll be a little bit before we start the next one.
So, like, can you kind of name drop a few people?
That I've trained?
Maybe that you've trained or maybe that you've worked with? Oh, I guess who and when trained you?
I think we said that earlier.
Well, we said that in an episode that, you learned from...
So I was trained by Private Terry Daniels.
Right. Yeah, he did say that.
It was for Amarillo Championship Wrestling with Bryce Payne as the owner, who was very young, and I'm very grateful for her still to this day. And Private Terry Daniels, who trained me old school and made me puke a lot.
Well, have you ever seen Peanut Butter Falcon, by the way? Have you seen that movie yet? Yeah. It is a hidden gem. I'm not going to lie.
Peanut Butter
Falcon. It's got Shia LaBeouf in it, and he gets this mentally challenged kid who wants to be a pro wrestler, and they travel across like several states for him to go actually be a pro wrestler. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Soft spot, like I was like, this is pretty
I'll
sad,
have to watch
but like
that.
it's pretty good though. But anyway, but like when you talked about like your gym and everything, it's nothing fancy. It's hot in the summer.
yeah.
Cold, like that's the vibe that I got. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, I tell people when they come to me that, listen, if you think you're going to get this big, exaggerant facility, and you are fucking not. It is dirty, it is hot, it is cold, but you know what? You're going to learn the right way.
Well, I guess now we can just ask people to go follow you on Patreon, Facebook, HCW Live 23 on every social media. Is that correct? TikTok?
Yeah, HCW Live on all social platforms. HCW Live 23 on all social platforms. And then you can follow me myself on Facebook, Instagram.
You on TikTok?
So bad about
TikTok,
all this.
Facebook,
I am
Instagram.
on TikTok. I will get more
X?
invited
You on that
I
X
do
vibe?
have an X account. I will get you all those socials probably in the next, so Bubby has
They
them
will be
all.
linked in the
because
description.
I'm horrible about that.
But while you're waiting for that part of all that stuff to come out and for episode 1 to come out, once you hit that like button, that subscribe button, consider subscribing to the Chubby Buddy Studio because that's where you're going to be getting the video part of it.
Please subscribe to Chubby Buddy Studio. It's where you're really going to follow everything. And you get to follow this guy. He has 2 other podcasts that he helps produce and run. And
Jordan's on one sometimes.
well, that guy's kind of ugly.
He's MIA at the moment.
But yeah, man, like come check us out.
So I guess now before we go, we'll kind of give them a little teaser. This next episode that we'll have, we'll kind of give them the and this retard's on there too. I dropped the R word.
You're going to take that one away.
Oh. But no, our plus one of the Chubby Buddies, he also has been MIA since probably
A long
Christmas. But next episode, we'll be able to highlight what happened at River City in Wichita, right there at the Osage Rec Center, in the heart of Wichita, Kansas.
Correct. So we will highlight that. We will dive in a little bit more about the background of how we came about with Heartland Championship Wrestling and talk some more shit to Bobby.
Until we come up with a catch line, like let's just say bye. or like what's a catch line for bumper
What
stops?
would be a catch line for bumper?
Ding, ding, ding.
How about this? Everyone that starts following us from the first person, shoot us a message, send us some links, give us a catchphrase to end this podcast with. Let us know. Hit us with your likes and shares.
Should we do like if we pick yours, we'll give you like I don't know, like a signed poster or something?
Tell me what, yeah, if they pick ours, I'll give them a free VIP ticket to one of our next shows. 2 of them.
Oh, 2 VIP tickets.
Two VIP tickets.
Dang.
That puts you table seating. That's $35 per ticket offer.
And
Come
a
check
signed
us out.
poster, some shows.
Oh yeah, they get all signed. They get a signed poster
If the
every
Chubby Buddy was
show.
there, they'd got a biscuit bomb.
Well, Dick Richards fired them.
What a dick.
What a dick.
But until then, bye-bye now.
Later.
Bye-bye then.
We bring the heart to the heartland where the souls collide. Dreams expand, not arms are set high. We're bumping chops and running roads in the world of pro wrestling where the weak will show. From the top road to the depths below, the warriors in the ring with nowhere to go. Blood, sweat, and tears, it's a battle of the wills. We bring the heart to the heartland. Heart to the heartland. Turn the volume up, they can hear from hell. Everyone's ready, so let's ring the bell. Ding, 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 let's start the clock.